4 Jaws.
QU12, number 8 of 2018. And we've got 7 competitors who haven't qualified yet. They're gunning for a place in the £500 final in 5 months' time in December. Last year, I don't know if you watched it, but it was Steve Rhodes all over this one here last year, weren't you, mate? Yeah. So good luck, everybody. 7 people in. We have got round 2. So round 2 is basically 6 questions. It's 12 questions with 6 clues each. Each clue becoming incrementally worth less. So if you buzz in on the first clue, it's worth 6 points, down to 1 point for after 6 clues. The question is always alive. The questions never die. So even if you buzz in when the question's finished, you can still lose a point or gain a point. I know that Michael McPartland or Mark Laycock would have explained that a great deal better than I've done, but I've dipped in. The questions are in by David Bill. Boo.
And an absolute drama of a set it would have been if we'd have had a first round as well.
Oh, I'm sure it would have been.
So, what, we're straight into the 6th one?
Yeah, straight into 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't forget, as well as getting positives, you can get minus of the same amount.
All green?
Yeah, are we all green?
Yeah.
All good to go. Right then, what name links, for 6 points, a mountain on the border of Albania and Montenegro? For 5 points, the title of a 2012 episode of the TV series Red Dwarf. For 4 points, the ITV Gladiator played by Mark Griffin. For 3 points, a UK record label founded in 1968 which specialises in ska, rocksteady, reggae and dub music. For 2 points, the most popular brand of condoms in the USA with over a 60%. Condoms in the USA with over a 60%.
Has anybody else buzzed?
I've buzzed.
Yeah.
Okay, was it for 3 points?
It's 2 points. So.
Well, what I suggest is we whisper the answer, and if we're right, we get 1 point each, and we still put an extra point in the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't buzz one?
No.
Who do I whisper to?
Tony.
Yeah, that's right. I heard that.
Oh, you heard it?
That's exactly what I said as well.
Oh.
So what answers have we all got?
That's a Trojan.
I think so too.
Obviously 3 players there. All got 1 point each, coming in on 2 points for the most popular brand of condoms in the USA, which was Trojan. The last one for 1 point would have been a wooden horse which housed enemy soldiers. On to question 2.
Right at the end, haven't we?
Yeah. Question 2. What links for 6 points? Shanghai in 2016. For 5 points, Hong Kong in 2005. For 4 points, Paris in 1992. For 3 points, Tokyo in 1983. For 2 points, Lake Buena Vista near Orlando, Florida in 1971.
Chris Curtis.
Disney theme parks.
Sites of a Disneyland resort. Which was for 2 points. Right, for 6 points. 1, slay, 2, slay, 3, capture. For 5 points. 4, capture, 5, clean, 6, slay. For 4 points. 7, capture, 8, steal, 9, obtain. For 3 points. 10, obtain, 11, steal, 12, capture. For 2 points. These 12 instructions form the basis of what, which, for 1 point, were carried out by a son of Zeus as a form of punishment. Chris Curtis.
Labours of Hercules.
Yep.
How far? Can you say?
You were about 700 behind.
Far too far.
Did that really go to 1?
Great question. Well done, Dave.
It's because 4 of them were almost the same clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought when you got up to 12 you might have... Right, okay, anyway. Third question for 6 points. The first World Championship in this game, held in Las Vegas in 1967, was won by Tim Holland. For 5 points. A player is permitted to beaver or raccoon and may also invoke the Murphy rule, the Jacobi rule or the Crow.
Backgammon.
Backgammon.
5 points. Get in. I retire.
A chouette is a variant that permits 3 or more players to participate in this ancient game. 3 points. Blocks can be hit, sent to the bar with this game. 2 points. Board consisting of a track of 24 triangles, and for 1 point, a 15 nil being known as a gammon. So yeah. 5th question. For 6 points, little beards or thin hair. For 5 points, coxcomb, little rags or flowers. For 4 points, little pies, or from the Italian translation of re.
Chris Curtis.
They're names of pasta.
They are.
They are, but little hair.
Would have been on 6. So, halfway through.
Yeah, this will be question number 6, I believe. Okay, question number 6.
We get the job done.
For 6 points. Order. A TV publicist in the 1968 film Interlude. A post office clerk in the bliss of Mrs. Blossom. For 5 points. Neville in The Great Muppet Caper. Major Giles Flack in Privates on Parade. For 4 points. Rollo Lee in Fierce Creatures. And Langston in Silverado.
Steve Lacey.
John Cleese.
John Cleese.
Is that for 4?
Yeah, that was for 4. I was going to go on to various parts in the Holy Grail, but maybe Sir Lancelot. Again, various parts in Life of Brian. All roles played by which Monty Python member?
Halfway through, we have in first place Chris on 7, second place Steve Kidd on 6, third place Steve Lacey on 5, and in fourth place Sam Roberts on 1. Everyone else yet to score. No one's nicked yet.
Yeah.
Right, question 7. For 6 points. The wife of Bollywood star Abhishek Bachchan. For 5 points. The mother of reggae star Damian Marley. For 4 points. The daughter of singer Chris de Burgh. For 3 points.
Steve Rhodes.
Oh,
Miss World.
Miss World.
Oh, Miss World, yeah.
Don't look at me, I haven't got scoring for
Yeah.
I can't see that.
So Steve Rhodes.
I
That's
was-
4
Chris
points.
de Burgh
Steve
one
was a
was-
bit of a...
Yeah, Chris de Burgh, widow of Sir Brew Forsyth, and Swede Kiki
I
Hankansi.
should have really gone in on Bob Marley, tell you the truth. You know,
And George Best's favourite ladies.
Indeed.
Just
Right.
George Best, no.
Question 8. For 6 points. This organisation has existed in 3 distinct factions. The first from 1865 to 1871, the second from 1915 to 1944, and the current one from 1946 onwards. For 5 points. Membership peaked in 1926 at around 6 million people, but nowadays is down to a few thousand. For 4 points. The original organisation was founded in Pulaski, Tennessee, and was...
Steve Kidd.
Ku Klux Klan.
So like ages ago, wasn't it?
Yep, but Pulaski, Tennessee was 4 points.
I wasn't going to let anybody else in, you know.
Eh? I just think your plus now is where your minus usually is. So it's
And there's this other like...
Yeah, be about minus 20.
I think basically everybody around here wanted to test for Ku Klux Klan. That's why I went into it early, not because I thought I knew anything special.
You've got to play defensively more for once.
Right, so we're into the final 4 questions. Question number 9. For 6 points. Having his head bitten off by Ozzy Osbourne. For 5 points. Being trampled in a mosh pit inside a treehouse. Zapped by Saddam Hussein's laser eyes. For 4 points.
Simon Shelton. Sam
Kenny,
Shelton.
Kenny in South Park, where
Yes.
died.
Yeah.
Yes. Obviously, I got on to spontaneous combustion after holding it apart too long. His insides explode due to the pressure build-up from a tampon stuck in his anus. Being crushed to death by the Mir space station. Overall death, all of the 126 various deaths.
Why doesn't Clive Dunning come to this quiz anymore?
Maybe his insides have exploded due to it.
Yes.
Question 10. For 6 points, what links Ricky Martin's Emotion in 2000, Grace Jones' Life in 1980 for 5 points, for 4 points,
Steve Kidd.
Private.
Private. Obviously we're going to go on to a number of Judy Clay and William Bell in 1968,
Classic.
The Eyes of Hall and Oates in 82, The Investigations of Dire Straits in 82, and Tina Turner's Dancer. Right.
2 to go.
11. Yeah.
Steve Kidd's on 14. Chris Curtis 7.
Right, put your arms away now.
Steve Lacey and Simon Chilton joined third on 5. Steve Rhodes on 4. 4. Sam Roberts 1. Vince 0.
Okay, what
Two
we're going
questions to go.
2 to go, yeah.
What's the best? There's going to be a few next coming up in the next 2 questions.
Possible.
I can see one man definitely resolutely not going to buzz.
Possible playoff situation.
Just hold hands with me, will you? Trust me now.
This is why you should bring a roll of duct tape with you, Steve. Question 11. For 6 points, Bahrain, Georgia, Latvia. For 5 points, Qatar, Tonga, Tunisia. For 4 points, Indonesia, Peru, Singapore. For 3 points, Austria, Monaco, Turkey. For 2 points, Canada, Switzerland, Denmark. And for 1 point, Japan. All have flags which are solely which 2 colours?
Simon Chilton.
Red and white.
Red and white.
For 1 point.
Oh, that could be useful.
Close. Must have been very close.
That's
Steve Rhodes was next,
just
7
relegated
hundredths
Sam into the
behind.
danger zone, hasn't it?
Yeah, you were about 3/10 behind Vince.
Watch this.
Danger zone.
0.3 of a second.
This is the last question coming up.
Yes.
You were about 700.
Chris, this is the last question.
Yes,
Yeah, last one.
this will be the final question, and the scores are
The scores are Steve Kidd on 14, Chris Curtis 7, Simon on 6, Steve Lacey 5. Your 4 qualifiers so far. Still awesome in the shout. Steve Rhodes 4, Sam Roberts 1, Vince 0.
And they can all
Everybody
qualify.
can still
Yeah.
qualify.
yeah.
All still qualified.
Ooh. Come on, Vince.
Right. Your final question of this particular part.
And Sam's still going for it.
For 6 points, in the UK, what links Bullsworth and Laverstock Park? For 5 points, Ballado in Kinross from 1998 to 2014. For 4 points, the Isle of Wight, but now Lulworth in Dorset. For 3 points, Bramham Park and Caversham Bridge. For 2 points, Donington Park. And, for 1 point, perhaps most famous, Pilton in Somerset.
Steve Rhodes.
Music festivals.
Yep.
And that puts you on 5, and we have a tie for our 4th qualifier.
Oh!
Why didn't I go earlier on that? They didn't have
Bramham
Bramham
Park,
very
come
long.
on.
Bramham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ballad. Didn't we have a question about Ballado in Kinross and Tea in the Park earlier?
Yes, I never got around to saying it because,
But Ballado was a giveaway.
basically, you Tim,
I would actually contest that Reading Festival's not Caversham Bridge. It's about 400 yards up the road from there.
But when it was
It's good.
Actually, it's a different
5
location.
point
Mark,
deduction.
so I was tempted to go for 6 or 5 because I was going to say castles earlier.
Oh, glad you
on,
didn't.
glad-
Let's go on the playoff. Have we got a playoff question?
Yeah, we'll just use question 1.
Just to use the first question from round 1 and keep going down.
Right.
Just one question.
Yeah, Steve Lacey and Steve Rhodes, 2 people playing off.
Right. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf became the first female president to be elected as head of a state in Africa. Of which country was she president?
Steve Rhodes.
Liberia.
That's correct.
Oh, because that was an interruption as well, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, well done.
Well, Steve.
Well done everybody who qualified as well.
So qualifiers, we have Steve Rhodes, Steve Kidd, Simon, and Chris.
Right then, we're into the final round of this month's Q12. As per usual, the first person to reach 24 points wins, no time limit, no nothing, which is basically 12 questions correct. But an incorrect answer doesn't cost you a point, it costs you a life. 3 lives each to begin with.
Can I just? You only lose a life if the question's finished. You don't. You lose a life.
Yeah, you lose a life for a incorrect interruption. Yes. Right, question 1. Following on from customs and excise last time, because obviously all the answers and questions may have a link. Commonly used in the customs of Native Americans, who or what is a calumet?
It's a pipe. It's a peace pipe.
I like it.
Yeah, that was a finished question, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. You looked at me like I was risking a life there.
No, but I wanted you to say peace pipe,
Okay.
because that's what it says here.
Calumet City, Illinois.
Taking place in the last week of December 1914, which specific historical event is depicted in the video for the Paul McCartney song, Pipes?
So Steve Rhodes.
The armistice. Was it that one?
One life away, that.
Yeah.
Simon
This
Chilton.
question's not finished, but
It's the Christmas football match between the British and German troops. The other troops and play football.
right, don't take a life of anybody else here. Pipes of peace, I'll finish the question, there we go. Steve Kidd?
Passchendaele.
No. Chris?
It's the troops singing carols on Christmas
You
in
want to
1914.
Give it-
Right,
I would
the
give it
answer
a
I've
Simon.
got around here is the Christmas truce.
I would give it to Simon.
I thought you were after specific what battle.
No,
It's exactly what Sam says.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly
The video, they play football.
But it wasn't exactly what I had on the sheet.
Read the
so-
question again.
Taking place in the last week of December 1914, which specific historical event is depicted in the
Yeah.
video for the
When you said specific, that I thought you wanted the name of the battle when
Well,
it
they
took
played
place.
football. That was one of the highlights of the truce.
There was no battle. There was no battle in the video. He said the video. The video
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, fair enough.
As we know, Blackadder was never offside.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, I just wanted to get through it all and then...
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, back to it. Which British city hosts the largest Christmas market outside Germany?
Simon Chilton.
Lincoln.
No,
Chris.
Manchester.
no,
Steve Kidd.
Leeds.
no,
Stevie Rhodes.
Nottingham.
no.
Bath?
Birmingham.
It's Manchester, I swear.
Yeah, I thought
So
it
we'd
was
have 2
Manchester.
points going on.
Why wasn't I in the final? Well, we got that one.
Featuring the line, "She's from Birmingham, way down in Alabama," which song was the only UK hit for the band Ram Jam?
Steve Kidd.
Betty.
Best bit of the
Ram
family.
yeah, Splat Betty.
For some reason I thought I guess the name of the group. There we go. They want to get.
Which word can mean a type of loaf, when pluralised is a type of underwear, and is also the
Chris.
Bloomer.
bloomer?
Get it.
Somewhat of a late bloomer, which TV personality said this: "At 16 I was literally a rake," she says, "and as soon as I hit 17 my hips went pang, the boobs went pang, and I remember thinking, finally." Chris Curtis.
Barbara Windsor.
Not Barbara Windsor.
Simon.
She did not.
Samantha Fox.
Not Samantha Fox.
Steve Kidd.
Diamond Doors.
No. Right. Holly Willoughby.
That's such a Dave Bill question, isn't it?
For which film did actress Holly Hunter win her only Oscars?
Steve Rhodes.
Good Will Hunting. No,
No,
Life away.
Yeah.
not finished.
I know what the answer is.
One life left.
Anybody else got in? All right. Oscar to date.
Chris.
As good as it gets.
No.
Nothing away. Steve Kidd.
Piano.
Yep.
That's the
I
other.
thought you'd beat me on that one. Well, I knew you'd beat me.
But you're the person.
You're thinking Helen Hunt there.
Oh,
Not
yes.
Holly Hunter.
Oh, yes, I am thinking Helen Hunt. Yeah, thank you. Can I have a reset?
These bloody alliterative actresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. At a height of 305 metres, which Renzo Piano designed building was the tallest skyscraper in Europe when it was completed in 2012.
Chris.
The Shard.
Yeah.
I pressed there and it didn't register.
Oh,
Right. Do a test buzz.
test buzz.
Yep.
Well,
yeah.
seems to be working fine.
It
Steve,
was crossed out.
yeah, Steve's got the dodgy buzzer again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
No, it was on a red fit. It was
All
on
right.
Was it? Oh, you actually went and invented it?
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't have done it. It was, you weren't.
So I know a few times I've hit and missed the green bits.
That's very strange. Sorry.
That might be just bad luck, I think. Not sure, sorry, Steve.
Right. The Birmingham suburb of Shard End was, in 1955, the first place in England to have their what reconstructed and opened after World War II?
Steve Kidd.
Railway station.
No.
Chris.
Swimming pool.
No.
That's a better guess. Yeah.
Right.
Steve Rhodes. Church.
Yes.
Very good.
Which play on words with his religious sounding surname, as a play on words with his religious sounding surname, which Australian wicketkeeper batsman had the nickname Church?
Steve Rhodes.
Adam Gilchrist.
Gilchrist. In the UK, which car manufacturer currently produces a small model called the Adam?
Steve Kidd.
Ford.
No.
Chris.
Kia.
No.
Simon.
Toyota.
No.
Steve.
Jaguar.
No.
Oh, geez.
Vauxhall.
Vauxhall. Vauxhall tube station can be found on which London under...
Simon.
Victoria.
Oh,
Eruption, that one.
I'm taking that risk with
no
2 miles off
way.
it.
Which sporting venue in the Australian state of Victoria is the largest capacity stadium?
Simon.
Melbourne Cricket Ground.
And what was the family surname of 2nd Viscount Melbourne, twice holder of the position of UK Prime Minister between 1834 and 1831?
Simon.
Lamb.
Yep. Hat-trick.
Simon's in the lead now on 4. Steve Rhodes on 2. Steve Kidd 3. And Chris Curtis 2.
Ooh, it's very close.
It's first to 12, by the way, not 24. 'Cause
2 points for answering that. Right, whose apparel and fashion label is named after an acronym of her debut solo album, Love, Angel, Music, Baby, or...
Chris. Steve Kidd. This is before the end of the question, by the way.
Gwen Stefani. This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I had no doubt you were going to get that.
I did.
Don't speak.
Stream of consciousness.
Brilliant.
Stream of consciousness.
Well done, well done. Full name required. Also an artist who was the brother of the Welsh artist Gwen John.
Simon.
Augustus John.
Augustus John. Who was the second golden ticket winner to be removed?
Oh, here we go.
Augustus Gloop.
No.
Simon Chilton.
I was going to say Augustus Gloop.
These all.
They're all one life away.
From Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, following Augustus Gloop.
Mike TV.
Not my TV. Question's finished.
Veruca Salt.
Not Veruca Salt.
Violet Beauregard.
Oh no!
CD was like
Yeah.
Charlie. Charlie gets Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Aye.
It's ironic.
Like, Alanis Morissette had a baby with O. Henry.
Which 1978 #1 single mentions in its lyrics the Manchester suburb of Ancoats, birthplace of Venus?
Chris.
Matchstalk Man and Matchstalk Cats and Dogs.
Yep.
Parts of Ancoats where we used to play.
What is the specific 3-word title of the dog breed which has won Crufts Best in Show on the most occasions?
Chris.
King Charles Spaniel.
Not the King Charles Spaniel.
Steve Kidd.
Yorkshire Terrier.
Not the Yorkshire.
Simon.
Sorry.
Yorkshire Terrier.
3 words.
Dundee Dinmont Terrier.
No.
Steve.
West Highland Terrier.
Nope. Apparently it's the English Cocker Spaniel.
Close.
Close, yeah.
I've got the surname right.
Four legs, a tail and a wet nose. Very close. Yeah. In which sport would an American player refer to putting English on the ball?
Steve Kidd.
Baseball.
No.
Chris.
Golf.
No.
Simon.
American football.
No.
No, Steve?
Pool or billiards?
Yes.
Yes.
It's what we call side.
Yeah, using one of those.
Whew, have a score check then?
Yeah. Simon's in lead on 5, Steve Kidd 4, Steve Rhodes and Chris on both on 3. Steve has 1 life left. Simon and Chris have 2 lives left. Steve Kidd has all 3 lives remaining.
What's going on here?
Oh, you check it out.
It's like the Twilight Zone.
It's like the Twilight Zone.
The 1988 film, The Deadpool, was the last appearance of which...
Chris?
It was Clint Eastwood as Dirty Harry.
I'll give you that.
Oh,
Because it's right.
That's right, yeah.
I thought you left the name of an actor.
No. I was actually after how Dirty Harry, but since he said Clint Eastwood has Dirty Harry,
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
covered every base there, didn't you? Quite well. In which city did former Prime Minister James Callaghan hold a seat, isn't it?
Simon?
Cardiff.
Yep.
Halfway there now, Simon.
Filmed in Cardiff, which TV show takes its name from a passage?
Chris?
Torchwood.
No.
1 life away, 1 life left. Steve Kidd?
Taffy Yakis.
Everyone's lost a life now.
Right,
How to promote LightSpeed in Wales.
takes its name from a passage in the E.M. Forster work, Howard's End. Go on.
Chris has been on it.
You've been on it.
I've been on it.
Connect.
Already Connect, yeah.
I've been on it.
Oh yeah, you've been on it.
Yeah. Well done, Dom.
I think it's the last phrase, isn't it? Already connecting before.
I'm not sure.
Never read it.
Fancy that, room full of quizzes. How many discs are used in the game of Connect 4?
Steve Kidd?
30.
No,
Simon?
16.
no,
Steve Rhodes?
56.
no,
Chris?
24.
no. 42,
Oh, okay.
apparently.
7, 9, yeah.
Which other motorway is found as the southern terminus of the M42?
Steve Kidd?
The M46.
No,
Simon?
The M6.
No,
Chris?
M56.
no,
Steve?
M4.
no.
M40.
M5, they all ducked M5, they all ducked
M5,
The M5, yeah.
What's the southern terminus of the M42? Because it runs left to right.
Still south. North, it's still south.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Proceed!
It isn't.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't write that.
No.
Having the postcode M5 3RX, which site was featured on the cover of the Smiths album The Queen Is Dead?
Steve Rhodes?
Oh, ground.
He's out.
Say, Salford Lads Club.
You'd be right.
Well done, good answer.
Whew! Good answer, Steve.
An example can be found in the House of Commons. What is the common 4-letter name of the melee weapon, which is essentially...
Simon?
No!
Mace.
A mace.
How far? Ages.
Ages.
Right. The spice, mace, is made...
No! Get
Chris?
Nutmeg.
I think I've just nutmegged Steve there.
You knew you were second, didn't you?
Yeah, I know it's second both times.
Which supermarket has an own brand clothing range called Nutmeg?
Steve Kidd?
Morrison's.
Bear Morrison's. Bear. Right. Yeah.
How the bloody hell did you get that, you gis?
That was a fashion icon. My body's a temple.
Don't shop there then.
Shirley Temple. In which of the Rocky films did boxer Tommy Morrison play Tommy the...
Steve Rhodes?
4.
No.
Already moved my hand towards it. That's Steve out of there, I'm afraid.
Tommy...
Well done, boys. Well done.
Tommy the Machine Gun.
Chris?
2.
No.
No.
You me?
Steve Kidd, yeah.
5. I wanted to go for 5 all along, but I
Changed my mind to
We've
it.
also accepted the worst of all the Rocky films as an answer.
Yeah. Of the chemical elements who have 5 letters in their name, Which is the first alphabetically?
Chris.
Argon.
Argon.
Simon's on 7 with 2 lives left. Steve's on 6 with 2 lives left. Chris is on 6 with 1 life left. Everyone over halfway there.
In around 1300 BC, Jason and the Argonauts travelled to Colchis in search for which of
Chris.
Golden Fleece.
yeah, ovine related treasure. Released in 2010, The Golden Ratio was the 5th and final studio album released by which Swedish band?
Steve Kidd.
ABBA.
No.
Simon.
Roxette.
No.
Ace of Base.
Ed.
Name a Swedish band.
Wasn't going to be the Hives.
We'd run out of 2 of the 3 poppers. They were expecting us to go to black metal soon, something like that.
It could have been Europe.
The letter A in base jumping signifies that the jumper has leapt from what kind of structure?
Steve Kidd.
An aircraft, I thought it was.
Nope.
Chris.
Question's finished. now.
Parachuting should.
It's a.
If you use the
I
parachute.
can't remember.
Anybody else supposed to?
Aqueduct.
Simon.
Arch.
No.
Ariel.
Aerial or antenna?
Ah.
Bridge.
Oh, what are they doing at Huddersfield, Lee, with the second aerial at Emily Moore?
Are they doing so with the original one?
I don't know, there's 2 there, it's spooky.
Anyway, moving swiftly on. In the USA is a TV antenna. What would British people call it?
Steve.
An aerial?
Yeah.
Or what's it called in the US?
Antenna.
Oh right. What's it called in the US?
Oh dear. The Disney princess Ariel is seen in which...
Steve.
Little Mermaid.
Steve's specialist subject.
Yeah.
Disney princesses.
Let it
Right,
go.
Still all to play for, 788. What was the name of the 2018 TV show which featured a mermaid called Rin looking for her sister who was accidentally captured by fishermen?
What year?
2018.
Simon.
Wide-eyed and legless.
No.
Steve Kidd.
Unbreakable.
No. Siren.
Yeah.
According to Homer's Odyssey, how many sirens were there?
Steve Kidd.
3.
No.
Chris.
4.
No.
Simon.
2.
Yep.
Everyone's on 8.
Which League 2 football side in England are the only vegan club in the Football League?
Simon.
Forest Green Rovers.
So many times.
I know, yeah.
There.
And players.
Yeah. In the film Forrest Gump, Forrest invests in what he thinks is some kind of fruit company. It is in fact which fruit?
Simon.
Apple.
Apple.
2. Simon needs 2 more.
Oh. The Granny Smith apple originated in which country?
Steve Kidd.
France.
No.
Chris.
UK.
No.
Simon.
Denmark.
No.
Australia.
Australia. Australia, mate.
Yeah, of course it is.
Balls, I thought Australia.
I've seen
Changed
it
my
before, I've
mind.
seen it before, but...
At around 246,000, which Australian state has the smallest population?
Steve.
Northern Territory.
Yes. Good,
It's kind of weird because it's state territory thing, you know?
good interruption.
Yeah.
What was it, interruption?
I hadn't finished the word population when you...
Oh my God!
I would have taken a point if you'd have been wrong.
I was thinking, I was going to that. Okay.
Right,
So to speak, it's not bad. It's Jervis Bay.
best of order, chimps. Later to play for Wigan and Leeds, who was playing for Bradford Northern when he won the first of his 3 Rugby League Man of Steel awards in 1985?
Simon.
Ellery Hanley.
Of course. Anybody else?
Simon's 1 away now.
Couldn't be anybody else, could it?
I was thinking...
Because nobody else has won it 3 times.
No, I was going for Brett Kenny, but I was thinking of Leinster trophies.
When he said Wigan and Leeds, I thought it's probably, and then he said Bradford. Yeah.
when he said first of his three. Yeah. On which TV show did Jenny Hanley replace
Simon?
Magpie.
Magpie?
Hey! So that's in the final, going up the river is Simon Chilton along with Dave Bill, Michael McPartland, Brendan Fraser, Brendan Curtis, Tony Walmsley, Lee Warburton, Michael McPartland, Marston Davis and Mark. Well done, Simon.
Mark Curtis.